because I'm not a felon, I don't know the proper protocol, right? But I would think that instead of showing Jackie Christie a text message thread that shows that, yes, I do indeed owe Kiki $1,500, and then verbally saying out of my mouth, yes, Kiki is entitled back to her $1,500, I think I would just, I don't know, give Kiki her $1,500 because that's a night out at dinner for y'all, right? What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Basketball Wives, Season 12, Episode 2, Win, Lose, or Brawl. If you guys are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode. Couple revelations came out tonight, didn't they? Couple things came out tonight. All right. Thank you all for helping me get to 35,000 subs. We are headed towards 40,000. So if you're back here from last week and you are not yet subscribed, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are thumbsing up the video too. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. So it starts off with Evelyn and Brittany. They are at Orange Theory for a workout class, talking about how they are both single. Now we know that Brittany Renner is now with Kevin Gates. Evelyn's still single, but Brittany Renner got her somebody. We then pan over to Brandy. Brandy is FaceTiming her mom, and she says she is living day to day, trying to figure out her and Jason. I'm gonna tell you now, Brittany, I don't want to hear about you and Jason every single scene because you cried and crashed out all last season, all season 11. Anytime somebody so much as said, okay, nobody wants to hear this. Find you something else to talk about. Find anything else to talk about, Brandy. So Evelyn and Brandy meet up for lunch. They are now bosom buddies because they bonded over Jennifer and her bullshit, okay? So Evelyn said, look, she's completely fine with the relationship being over. Truth be told, I feel that's because Evelyn never really truly forgave Jennifer last season. Right? Remember, they fell out because of the shit that she was saying about Shanice. Then she brought up that rumor that Evelyn was messing around with Shaq, and they fell out completely. Last season, when both their asses came back to the show, they supposedly got back together and Jennifer apologized and they were back cool. And now, once again, Jennifer has fallen out with Evelyn over to me because she thinks she knows Evelyn is right, but that's fine. So Evelyn said, "Look, I'm cool with the relationship where it is. I do feel sad for her and I feel bad for her because of the situation that she's in. She does not think that Jennifer has a mind or a voice of her own in the relationship. She really didn't in your friendship because she did whatever you told her to. For years, we saw Jennifer run up behind Evelyn and only get super in her bag when she knew that Evelyn was right behind her like a guard dog. But now that y'all are going head to head, now all of a sudden you realize that Jennifer doesn't have a mind or a voice of her own. Okay, cool. So Ty shows up. So we all know Ty Young. According to Evelyn, they met years ago on social media. Doing what? Doing what? How would y'all come across each other on social media when Evelyn, don't you live in Evelyn lives in Arizona? To my understanding, she's in LA to film, but she lives in Arizona. And Ty, but whatever, okay? So we know that Ty Young played in the WNBA, and for many years, I think she said like 15. I think she most recently played for the Aces, Las Vegas Aces, before she retired, and she is now a part of the coaching staff for the Chicago Sky. So shout out to her. So her and Ming dated for 9 months, and they have plans to build a family and do all these things together, but those things just did not work out. So she asked Brandy, you got a ring on, you married, with your situation? I said, damn, Ty, you just met her. You just met her. Find you another young lady to go pounce on. So Brandy tells the sob story about how Jason cheated on me for so many years. And so I'm separated from my husband right now. Like not officially, we're not officially divorced, but we're separated because I don't know what to do. He cheated on me 50 times or over 50 times. But you know what? Y'all can't talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it every single chance I get. Brandy, we don't want to hear about this. I promise you. Find something else to talk about. But let Brandy tell us she can't forgive him, but last season you could. Brandy, please. Please. So Jackie and Ming Lee go for a hike. Now Jennifer was invited and Jennifer was supposed to come. Jackie thought she was just running late and she said, Ming, let's get started. So Jackie said, let me run down on you. So I've been married 30 years. I am the HBIC. That's what Jackie wanted to say. Um That's what Jackie wanted to say. But she said she wanted to give her a different first impression than what happened at Friendsgiving because that was, a lot for everybody. So Ming said, look, I like the ladies, but damn, I feel bad for Jennifer. Jackie then decides to run down some of Chantel's business on how Chantel eloped and got married without telling her. And, Jackie feels a way about that because that is her oldest child. So we find out that Ming has a 6-year-old daughter via IVF named Story, cute little girl. She said that she is a handful. She probably act like you, Ming. They say that's how that goes. But Ming said that, being a mother is the best part of her. Y'all know all the stuff that these women get on reality TV and say about being a mother, okay? So Jen FaceTimes Jackie and says she ain't coming. Look like she been crying. Christian is sitting right here in her neck. And they're saying that Evelyn is acting like an obsessed fan. And I said, oh, Jennifer. Do I think Evelyn's doing a bit much? Yes, I do. Do I think that Jennifer is really going to milk this because Christian is in her ear? Hell yeah. So Christian wants to have a conversation to talk about what? See, me myself personally, I feel like if you honestly and truly believe that you aren't doing anything wrong, Christian, and you don't owe anybody any money, and you haven't scammed anybody, and you haven't done this, that, and the other that you are being accused of, not just by Evelyn, but all up and through the blogs and all that type of shit, then why do you feel the need to have a conversation about it? Is it that you want to get TV time or what's tea? Because if somebody is accusing me, personally, of being a scammer, and I know good and goddamn well that I'm not, the last thing I'm gonna do is go on a tirade and scream to the heavens to everybody that's listening, I'm not a scammer. I'm not. No, because it makes you look guilty, in my opinion, right? We panned over to Chantel. Chantel's gonna get on my nerves too. So she has her son Noah, adorable little boy, has Noah, they're doing a photo shoot to get headshots so that she can throw him into the business the same way Jackie threw her ass into the business. So this gonna get very old quickly, Chantel. Stop inviting Jackie places if you don't want to deal with how she acts. This is your mama. You know how your mother acts. Same way I know how my mama act. Person A knows how they mama act. Person B knows how they mama act. Right? I know that in certain situations, my mom is going to be overly nitpicky about certain things. That's what Mama Talks does, right? Because she likes things done a particular way. She likes things done a certain way. So, in certain instances, when there are things that I need to do, you know who I don't take with me? Her ass. Because I don't want to be irritated. And I just kind of feel like, Chantel, you know how your mama is, right? But I also personally, I didn't think Jackie was doing anything bad. Right? Jackie was saying that the lady needs to put the camera around her neck so she don't drop it. Who cares? Who cares? I feel like Chantel makes things a bigger issue. She makes a bigger situation. She makes a bigger scene about things because she always has to say something. That is not the first time that that lady, the photographer, has heard anybody say some shit like that to her before. She's a professional. The same way that she paid Jackie dust, she probably pays everybody dust when they do stuff like that. Stop inviting your mama places if you're going to complain and roll your eyes and get loud and be weird about her every time y'all do something. Just stop. Truth be told, because you keep saying you want to create boundaries and boundaries and boundaries, but you're the one bringing Jackie everywhere with you. Jackie didn't need to be there. So why did you bring her? Did you bring her just for shits and like, I don't understand this. So we then get Brandy. Brandy, we find out that she called to apologize to Jennifer. Good on her. And Jennifer told her to stay out of it. And and Brandy says she will. Okay. So once again, Brandy is whining about Jason and their marriage and how, we were together for so long and I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, he cheated on me so many times and we're separated. We're not like divorced, but we're separated. And I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm going to take it day by day, but I don't know what to do. Brandy, we heard you have the same conversation 3 times this episode, sis. 3 times. So her friend comes over to help her. She's gonna rebuild a website for her cookbook, and now she want to add some seasonings. Listen, y'all, we can only have so many different ways y'all can mix up lemon pepper. I promise you, that's gonna be the first thing that she puts out is some lemon pepper. Tabitha Brown got lemon pepper. Chef Kobe Cash got lemon pepper. Chef Roble got lemon pepper. I think Mr. Make It Happen has lemon pepper. Like, you can only make lemon pepper so many different ways, y'all. If you're not gonna come out with some like completely new type of seasoning, miss us with it, Brandy. So Tai and Ming, they go to dinner, and Ming said that she wanted to she asked Tai, "Do you know why I wanted to just be friends?" And Tai was like, "Yeah, cause I hurt you." I said, damn, Ty, not you acting like a nigga for real. Oh my God. So Ming then goes on to say, well, I just didn't know what you and Drew had going on. Now look, Drew, uh, were you messing around with Ty for real, Drew? Because Ty denies it, but Drew, what was Drew? Now, this is the second show. I know Drew was probably just fighting the pillow right now. Jesus. So Ty said, look, I was not cheating on you. Ming said you had an emotional relationship with Drew, Sadora. Okay. So she said, look, I put up your phone records and y'all talked for 3,000 minutes every single month. She then looks up and asks, homegirl, I'm not going to say it because I don't want my AirPod to go off, but she asks her homegirl, how many hours is 3,000 minutes? 50 hours. So 50 hours a month. There are only 31 days in a month. That means y'all talked at least an hour a day, Ty. At least an hour a day. Ty said she was just there to be a listening ear for her friend. I said, oh, okay. So we then get Chantel. She calls Dougie, her brother, to complain about Jackie. I did laugh because it sounded like the conversation me and my brother have. But she was like, yeah, so mom is there and she's trying to tell the lady how to take pictures. Dougie was like, ain't take nan the picture. Ain't that is me and my brother, I promise you. So I thought that was cute, but then she got to complaining again, and I was like, whatever, next scene. So Jackie, Jennifer, and Christian, they meet up and they dressed in all black like they getting ready to do some real incognito shit. Like, why y'all all come dressed in black like that? Christian looks a mess with that platinum blonde hair. That's not the move. That's not it. So Christian said, I am honored to sit down with you, Jackie. I said, okay. So I already know you coming in on bullshit. So he said, look, I'm not doing anything wrong and I don't understand the attacks. I don't get it. Jackie then said, look, if you're not doing anything wrong, then you have every right to defend yourself. Christian pulls up the text conversation with Kiki. So personally, I cackled because there were so many people across Twitter, on YouTube, think pieces, all types of stuff that said that Evelyn made up Kiki, that Evelyn paid Kiki to come on the show to get back at Jennifer. No, Kiki's real. Kiki's real. It's also very funny because last week when they were sitting at dinner, Jennifer said that Christian didn't know who Kiki was. And that's what she said, right? Is it me? Am I hearing it wrong? But I'm very certain that Jennifer said that Christian didn't owe anybody any money. $1,500. Christian doesn't owe that to anybody. But Christian said, oh, here's the text message thread where so, yeah, here we go. So, the way Christian explains it is this. His fee is $1,500, okay? Outside of that, you have to fund your own trade account. So basically, you still have to put up the money. And Christian, because he is an experienced trader, so he says, okay, is going to do the actual trading and monitoring of these accounts for you. Now, On one hand, okay, I'm gonna take your side with this, Christian, okay? If people are not funding the trade account, then there's nothing that you can do, okay? But on the other hand, I do wonder how clearly Christian is explaining this to people. Now, in Kiki's defense, Kiki just didn't do it, so that's different. But I'm wondering the other people, because there were a number of people that said Christian scammed them. So I am wondering for all the other people, how is he wording this? What is his website saying? How is he explaining it to you? Is he saying for $1,500 that is my fee? You still have to give additional money? Or are these people going into this thinking the $1,500 is the money that they're giving you to actually trade with? You see what I'm saying? So that could be why you're getting called scammy, okay? So we see the text message where Kiki agrees. Kiki has sent him the $1,500, right? So Kiki then, he tells her that she needs to fund her trade account. She says, okay. So Kiki understands that part. Christian, they don't have any conversation, right? So Kiki then texted him and was like, I saw the trailer for Basketball Wives. I don't like how people are talking about my people, whatever the case. So she wants her money back. Okay. Christian, to my understanding, unless I'm remembering wrong, said that he would give it back to her because she never got started. He never did anything. So he said he would give it back to her, but he did not. So Jackie is reading the thing and it's like, well, it sounds like, they had a good thing going and then Evelyn got involved. That's not how it sounds at all. It sounds like Kiki signed up to do this day trading with Christian. She paid her $1,500, right? And then she was told to fund her trade account. Kiki didn't get that far. Now, Kiki, I'm assuming Kiki saw the trailer for season 11. And because she didn't like some things that were going on in the trailer for season 11, she decided she didn't want to work with him anymore. Nothing about that said anything about Evelyn getting involved in that. Now, my thing is, Christian, you said that she is entitled to the money, right? You believe that she should get the money back. So why haven't you given it back to her? So why is Jennifer lying? But see, that's what we're talking about, Jennifer, because you don't know who Christian knows. You didn't know anything about this text message. Christian was sitting his ass up in jail. He's up in cell block D, and here you are saying who he does and who he doesn't know, what he did and did not do when he comes back now to prove you wrong and make you look like a fool, Jennifer. That's what Evelyn is trying to save you from. But you got your head so far up your own ass that, okay, girl. So my thing is, Christian, give her the money back. I don't know why that wasn't the first thing that Jackie said. I'd have been like, okay, so did you send her the money back? Don't show me the text message. Give her fucking money back. This is not making you look any better, Christian. This isn't making you look any better. You have the proof that you owe this lady the money. And instead of you being like, you know what, as soon as Jennifer brought it up to you, you should have been like, damn, that lady did ask for her money back. Let me go and send her little funky ass money back. That's all you had to do. But you setting up a meeting with Jackie to like this makes no sense. Is it me? Is it me? But this makes absolutely no sense, like whatsoever. So Jennifer then said that Evelyn keeps bringing up the felon stuff when her daughter just had a baby by a felon. Jennifer, I'm going to say this. I said last week that Jennifer is not a friend to Evelyn, and this is why. This is why. Because whenever Jennifer is mad at Evelyn, she likes to talk about her kids. And I don't understand that shit. What does Shanice have to do with this? What at all? Shanice has nothing to do with this. If there is one child, one child of a reality star that has caused so much unnecessary bullshit, it's Shanice. I will never understand this. And yes, I get it. She's grown. She's in her 30s. She's a mother, all that type of stuff. But she still has nothing to do with this. The stuff that Evelyn said about Christian is true. He is a felon. He did owe that lady money. So for you to turn around and be like, worry about your daughter and who she's having a baby with, what does that have to do with the fact that your husband scammed her baby daddy's cousin out of $1,500? That's why I said Jennifer's not a friend to Evelyn, because she's not. There are people that I am not friends with anymore, right? It would never cross my mind to talk about their kids or to spill any of their personal business. Jennifer has threatened to do both. She has talked about Shanice, and then she has also threatened to pull all of Evelyn's skeletons out of the closet. You were never her friend. You were never her friend, and I have dirt on some people. I have dirt on people that I used to be cool with. I would never say it because I was their friend at the time that I knew the stuff about them. But I guess. But I forgot y'all are gonna ignore that part because y'all don't like Evelyn because she didn't like OG. So cool. So Jennifer then said that Evelyn is messing with people's families. No, Christian is messing with people's families. Christian is. So then we get Brandy. Jason FaceTimes her and said that he used some of her seasoning and said it wasn't too much or nothing. She gets offended, girl, what was the blend? And then he was like, okay, it was fire. And then they start talking about their relationship, and I muted the TV because, again, I don't want to hear this all season, Brandy. It's episode 2, and every single solo scene that you have had and some of your group scenes have involved you talking about fucking Jason. You didn't want nobody talking about Jason all last season, so you don't talk about his ass this season either. So we then get Evelyn, Chantel, and Ming. So Chantel is throwing, like, she wants to do like an activity so we can make up for the disaster that was Friendsgiving because it wasn't very friendly. Evelyn said, cool, but I want to meet up with you and Ming first so I can give a better, I guess, second impression because my first impression was shitty. You let that vein do the talking. You got too upset, Evelyn. You got way too upset at Friendsgiving. So they're meeting up, and Ming tells Chantel, I went hiking with your mom. And, I learned that, and immediately Chantel was like, she told my business. She was like, a little bit, she just told me that, she felt the way that she didn't get a chance to like go to your wedding or plan your wedding. And Chantel was like, I eloped. I didn't have a wedding like that. And if I did, she wasn't gonna plan it anyways. We see in the preview for next week that Jackie has not met her son-in-law. See, I think shit like that is weird, Chantel. I just think that's weird. Like, why did Chantel come on this show to make y'all family look even more of a disaster than Jackie has already made y'all look? I don't know if I like Chantel. I don't know if I like Chantel. So Ming then tells Evelyn, when we were on our hike, we FaceTime Jennifer, and Jennifer said that you're obsessed with her and Christian, and you're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan. Evelyn's flabber was gassy, y'all. Evelyn was so taken aback, clutched her pearls. A fan? I said, yes, she called you a fan, Evelyn. Evelyn was like, nobody wants your relationship. Yo, dude was just locked up before your wedding and then got locked up after your wedding. So Ming said, look, she's just protecting her husband. Evelyn said they not married. And tell her she can kiss my ass. So Evelyn done went and looked up the court records and said there is no marriage license. Now, Evelyn, did you look up did you look up Georgia and California? But what it's really giving me is this might be a Yandy and Mendici situation. Remember, Yandy did not legally marry Mendicis because she didn't want to have to be responsible for his restitution and for some of the stuff that he had to pay back. So I'm wondering if it's the same thing with Jennifer. And if that's the case, Jennifer, cool. I completely understand it, but it would make more sense as to why Jennifer carried her black ass over to Paris to get married, knowing this damn man was. That's what it's giving. It's making me wonder if that's why they went over there. So let's get to the event. So they go to American Ninja Warrior, like little activity thing. So jealous. I love Ninja Warrior. I watch all the different countries. I watch if it's on TV, I am watching it because I just think it's so interesting. So Evelyn is coming with Ty, and they're in the car together. And Evelyn tells her, "Brandy thinks you're cute." So Ty is in her confessional saying, "I'm not flattered. Every woman thinks I'm cute," while still blushing. She will not answer if she thinks that Brandy is cute or not because Ming will whoop her ass. Okay, so they do a little relay race. It was cute. They split into teams. Somebody was like, Jennifer is such a princess. Like, you can tell Jennifer don't do nothing but just sit down and look pretty because she struggled through that. So when they're done, it was cool. Everybody, nice little bonding event. They sit down to eat pizza and fries because, we had a little activity place. So Jackie is like, I want to thank everybody for coming to Chantel's event, but we got some shit to take care of. Chantel was like, we got to do it now. Jackie said, yeah, we got to talk about this. Okay, there is thick tension between Evelyn and Jennifer. It seems like Jennifer was very bothered that Evelyn was there. So Jackie is like, so Jennifer, do you want to talk about what you talked about the other day when we met up? And Jennifer was like, what part? And I want to be like, it should have been the part where Christian admitted to owing the lady $1,500, but it wasn't that part. Jackie wants to talk about the felon part. So Jennifer said, yeah, well, Evelyn, you keep bringing up Christian being a felon, and your daughter has a baby with a felon. I said, oh, Jesus. So everybody is like, because again, it's unnecessary to say. It's unnecessary to say. Jennifer, as Shanice cannot control, I'm sorry, Evelyn cannot control who Shanice lays down and has a baby with. She can. But Jennifer, you can't control the fact that you are choosing to not only be with this man that is being accused of scamming, but you're lying and then getting embarrassed when you're getting caught in the lie. That's a choice that you can make, right? Evelyn said, I don't give a fuck who you fuck. That has nothing to do with me. I didn't go looking for this. This was brought to me by Carl's cousin, which we find out is true. She said, look, he owed her the money, and that's when I got involved. I just wanted to let you know about it. Jennifer cuts her off because Jennifer doesn't want the truth to come out that, yeah, he did indeed owe this lady $1,500, right? So Jennifer is like, let's get to the felon part. Evelyn said, fine. The difference is your felon is still acting like a felon. Your felon is still scamming people. That's the difference. And then the episode cuts off. Jennifer also threatens, or Evelyn also threatens Jennifer and said that you keep talking about her daughter and you won't be able to walk the streets of LA. Evelyn, you are not from LA. You don't live in LA. You don't have no pull in LA to do that. And nobody gives a fuck about Jake Sion, okay? So the game ain't got no pull either. However, I do think that Jennifer needs to keep Shanice's name out her fucking mouth. There's so much other shit you can talk about Evelyn with. There's so much other stuff to go against her with. Evelyn, I think, was a little rude too when she was like, you don't even have kids. You didn't carry kids. Keep my kid's name out your mouth. I understand it, but I never like when people throw that in other women's faces, right? So that's how it cuts off. Next week, we see they still going back and forth. But it's like, I don't understand why Jennifer always goes for Shanice. That's why I say that Jennifer has never been Evelyn's friend, because the first chance you got to go at this woman, you decide to shade her daughter. Why? Again, there's so much other shit that you can use against Evelyn. So much other shit. But truth be told, Jennifer has been an accomplice in a lot of the shit that Evelyn has did. Jennifer has been complicit in a lot of the shit that Evelyn has done. It's only a problem now because she's directing her venom in that vein towards you. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.